Alright, so I hope I get the framing right here, but yeah, alright, looking at the camera, time to do a walkthrough. I've been staying in this tiny home for the last month. It's been a really lovely experience. I wanted to try staying in a tiny home because it's always been a goal of mine to eventually build one myself in one form or another, be that working with a pre-made shell and doing the interior or starting entirely from scratch and doing the frame myself. I don't have a lot of experience building houses. I was a house painter when I was younger, and I have built my camper, and I've done electronics projects, so I have a bit of familiarity with many different aspects of home building, but putting it all together would be a definite challenge for me and something I've always wanted to set myself to do. So I just wanted to do a quick video on this tiny home where I've been staying for the last month, show you some of the perks, some of the great features that I really like, maybe explore some things that I would do differently if I were to build my own tiny home, and yeah, just generally kind of try to give you guys a sense of what it's like to actually live in a space like this. I know this is a departure from my usual content where I do, car camping and car camper improvements. That's still happening. I actually have some parts in the mail to do a ventilation system for the Honda Fit, but I was not sure if I was going to have my heater here in time, and I rented this about 3 months ago. So I've had this on my radar for a while, but yeah, it was kind of funny that I got the heater installed and then immediately my rental started. But yeah, I just wasn't really sure how that was going to go, how quickly I was going to get the unit, and debugging it and getting it installed and making sure everything's working. There's still some changes I actually want to make to the exhaust and intake, as well as sealing up the bottom. But all that stuff is kind of separate because this video is about the tiny home. So without further ado, let me try to show off a lot of the cool things and features that I like about this place. Okay, one of the first areas we need to discuss here is the sleeping area. So this is actually a queen-size Tempur-Pedic mattress that some people really like that, some people don't. I have just gotten a Tempur-Pedic pillow, which I do enjoy, but I'm still kind of on the fence whether I prefer a traditional mattress or a Tempur-Pedic one. But it's been really great to actually get to try that for a few nights, and I do sleep really comfortably on it. So it is nice. I like it a lot. One thing you'll notice is just how large the bed is and how much space of the tiny home is devoted to it. I think if I were to do my own tiny home, I would do things a bit differently than this. I would probably make this more of a futon and have additional areas here for a larger desk or a workspace or something like that, maybe a lounge of some kind. But I understand that this is a rental, and the intention is mostly for people who are traveling to have a place to stay when they go visit the ski mountain. So works great for most people in that situation. Just something that I would probably do differently for my own needs. But still, great space, and I love that the window is right over the bed, and there's also a loft area here that I've had a guest stay in. They run me this ladder. I think there may have been a ladder that originally came with the tiny house, but has since been misplaced because there is a handhold up there with the intention of someone climbing into the loft. And there's also a small full or twin-size mattress up there, just like a basic kind of car mattress, but it gets the job done if you want to have a guest over. It's a little cramped up there, but still, in a space this size, to be able to sleep 2 to 3 people, that's pretty cool. So yeah, just wanted to kind of show this side of the house off. Small bed table. This is the workspace that I've been using. I probably won't show all of that, but that's what that is. Okay, so next up, I thought we would talk about the little kitchen area that they have here. And there's also more on the other side to show, but this is the coffee station and tea. So I really love having this. You guys know I drink coffee every day. And I also like tea. Sometimes I like to switch it up and make green tea. I just really like their little setup here. I've got my filters. There's an electric kettle. There is a Keurig. And there's even a little cappuccino whisk. And I find this thing hilarious. I've actually still been doing pour over coffee a bit because I just find that the little pods that go in these Keurig things, the refillable kind, they sometimes leak a little bit of grounds into the cup, and I get a much better result just using coffee filters and my little coffee maker here. Melita coffee maker, actually. That's what the brand is. You can find them on Amazon. This is probably one of my favorite things about the place, is this big farm kind of style sink. It's great. You can fit a lot of dishes in there, which is really helpful because it's a small house, so you don't want your dirty dishes stacking up on the counter. Little drying rack here, and then there's also a microwave and a toaster oven. So these are both super useful. I've been using the toaster oven a lot. I never knew how much I would like that. But yeah, overall, it's just a nice little kitchen area right here. So let's show you the other side. Okay, other side of the kitchen here. This is probably the main counter to do any kind of food prep work on. It's where I've been keeping my food. That is definitely one thing I would probably change in my own build, is I would create a dry pantry or some kind of shelving to accommodate food, like a cupboard or something, because having it all out on the counter like this is fine, but you know, obviously a little bit more organization would be nice. But that's all fine. I can fit all my food here, no worries. There's the silverware, you know, cups and bowls and plates and everything on the shelves up here, and a nice big sound bar. That's really cool, but I haven't really been throwing too many parties, so haven't gotten the chance to use that. And then, of course, we have all the drawers and cabinets right here. So there's a ton of cooking utensils. You know, they've got just about anything you could need to cook in here, which is great. But there's also a mini fridge, which is great. I mean, having this large of a fridge is, you know, pretty cool. As you guys know, I deal with, you know, a 13-quart fridge, and I make it work, and it's always stuffed. And getting stuff in and out of there is a game of Tetris, but I have cold food. Really nice to have a mini fridge. And then, of course, there is a gas stove and a fume hood. This is super crucial because this is a small space, so you don't want any byproducts of the propane getting into your space, so fume hood is great. If this were me, I might go with a slightly newer unit than this. I know it's super retro, and it looks like they actually kind of like built the home around the stove, which is cool. But at the same time, you know, there's not really many indicators of like what's going on in the oven, and a lot of the dials are worn off. So, you know, this would be probably one of the things I would want to upgrade. I might even still go with a gas stove, but I'm not totally sure on that actually. So, yeah, I mean, it would really kind of depend on the state of solar and batteries at that point. Electric cooking takes a lot of power, so it's not really efficient if you're doing an off-grid setup, so most people do end up going with propane. But, you know, just for the added safety of electric appliances, it might be worth it if you had the power budget. But, yeah, let's keep going with the rest of the tour here, and I'll show you guys the bathroom. Okay, this is going to be a bit of a hard shot, but we're in the bathroom. It's got a door on it, so getting a clean shot that fits everything in here is really hard, but essentially what we have here is a stand-up shower, and I will pan up and show you guys what the shower head actually looks like, as well as a toilet. And actually right here there is a freezer, which I don't think you can see in the frame. Well, so that is pretty much it for the inside of the tiny house. I'll take a tour outside with you guys to show you what it looks like out there, and also take a flight around so you can get an idea of the area. I've really enjoyed my time here. I think it's a great place. The host has been great. I'll leave a link to their Airbnb down in the video description if they're okay with that. I'd highly recommend this place if you wanted to explore Taos or see Taos Ski Valley. So yeah, I mean, just a great experience overall. I've definitely enjoyed kind of refreshing my perspective on the house life versus the van life. There are advantages and disadvantages to both. There's certainly a level of comfort that this tiny home has that I would love to bring to my Honda Fit, or even a future adventure vehicle or house of my own if I can. So yeah, I mean, I don't really know what else to say other than it's been a really good experience, and I think I see some things that I would do differently, but as well as some things that I would really want to take from this build to work into one of my own. So yeah, let me know if you guys have any questions. Leave them down in the comments below. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps me out, actually. I would love to see this channel take off and be able to make this more of a full-time thing. So yeah, thank you everyone for your support, and yeah, I'll catch you in the next one.